What makes a character unforgettable? Is it the way they command respect? The way they pull at your heart? Tim Bradford does both, and he does it so well, he's become one of the most compelling characters on The Rookie. So today, we're breaking down the entire story of Tim Bradford, how he started, how he changed, and why fans can't stop talking about him. Tim Bradford entered The Rookie with a face that told everyone he was not here to play around. From the very start, he looked strict, serious, and almost cold. For him, being a cop was not just work, it was his whole life. Training rookies was not a small job in his eyes, it was like a mission. He believed every officer had to be tested again and again because out on the street, one small mistake could cost a life. That is why Lucy Chen got the hardest version of Tim. His Tim tests were designed to break her down and build her stronger.
Everything is a test, Officer Chen, and you just got another F. I know what you're thinking. Was that casual racism a test too, or just the Spanish?
But Tim's steel nature did not come from nowhere. Tim grew up under a father who never gave him peace. The abuse left deep marks on him, and later, his time in the army only made him more strict and closed off. This past made him hard, but also scared of ever becoming like his father. Still, even inside all that armor, there were cracks where his real self showed. When Lucy was in danger, or when a rookie reminded him of things he had buried. In those moments, Tim was not just the hard cop everyone saw, he was a man fighting his demons while trying to protect everyone else. Season 1 of The Rookie gave us the first real look at Tim Bradford's story. He wasn't just standing in the background, he was already shaping the future of rookies. His main task was to train Lucy Chen, and right from the very first moment he made her life a challenge. His Tim tests always came as a surprise. He planned those tests to break Lucy's weak spots and push her harder each time.
I've been shot!
What?
Where are you, Boot?
What?
I'm bleeding to death. You have to call for help. Where are you? Where are you? It's your fault. Get out.
What?
Get out and walk. You can get back in when you know where you are.
Strong personality also showed in The Roundup, where he found clever tricks to give his team an edge in the competition, proving that he was as smart as he was strict. But his personal life was not as steady. Behind that strong face was a broken marriage.
It's Tim. Just to make sure you're okay.
His wife, Isabel, had fallen into drug addiction, and their relationship was hanging by a thread. We saw Tim stand by her when he thought she was in danger. We saw him bring her medicine, but in the end, he made the hardest choice. Visiting her in rehab, he told her it was over because saving her meant letting her go. Season 1 even threw Tim into a near-death fight.
Tim!
In the finale, Free Fall, he got infected with a deadly virus. His collapse after the vaccine showed that even the toughest officer could be pushed to the edge. And through it all, his bond with Lucy slowly began to grow, teasing us with the idea that under that rough shell, something more human was waiting to come out. Season 2 of The Rookie picked up right where things left off. Tim was still dealing with the virus scare, and in the episode Impact, he suffered a seizure from the vaccine. It looked bad for a moment, but he recovered fast. He even stepped out of the ambulance and took down a terrorist who was ready to attack his team. It was a strong reminder that Bradford was not going to break. Just 2 weeks later, he was back at work, continuing his role as Lucy's training officer. This season also brought a new chapter in his personal life. Lucy set him up with her friend Rachel Hall, and to everyone's surprise, Tim let his guard down. Their relationship grew, and even Lucy noticed how he seemed a little lighter. But while things looked good, the darkest moment of his story soon arrived. Caleb Wright, a man Tim had encouraged Lucy to see, turned out to be connected to Rosalind Dyer. Caleb kidnapped Lucy and buried her alive. Tim blamed himself and went into a desperate search. He found her ring, dug her out, gave her CPR, and never left her side at the hospital. By the end of season 2, Tim passed his sergeant's exam, but decided to stay a training officer until Lucy finished her program. His romance with Rachel ended when she moved to New York, closing another chapter in his life. Season 2 showed that Bradford could take hits in both work and love, but he always came back stronger. Season 3 was another turning point for Tim Bradford. This time his biggest challenge was not about his own survival, but about standing up against injustice inside the force. When Jackson West was assigned to Doug Stanton, things went wrong quickly. Stanton was not just tough, he was cruel and racist. At first, Tim brushed it off as the kind of hard edge he had seen before, but Lucy made him stop and think, and he realized Stanton's actions were dangerous. Together, Tim and Lucy gathered proof.
Control 7 out of 7, A to B, I'm out with 3. Copy, right behind you. Stop where you are. Look, you guys do not want to do this. Look, stop where you are.
And when Stanton let West get attacked without stepping in, it was enough. Stanton was suspended, and Tim showed he never chooses blind loyalty over wrongdoings. This season showed a different side of Tim. When she helped a homeless girl, he laughed it off and called it her first puppy, but deep down, he respected her for it. The same side of him came out with his old friend Mac Daniels.
I'm screwed again. You need to go to rehab, Mac.
Mac had lost his path and drowned himself in drugs, but Tim didn't walk away. It was hard, and it hurt him too, but he made Mac face reality. He stood firm and loyal, and made it clear that he wouldn't let his friend fight that battle alone. Tim's role grew even larger when Angela Lopez named him her man of honor. By the end of season 3, Tim had proven he was not only a tough cop, but also a loyal friend who could stand up for what mattered. Season 4 was a turning point for Tim Bradford. He finally got promoted to sergeant, something fans had been waiting for. This new role put him under Gray's command while giving him the power to lead his own team. And of course, he chose Lucy as his aide. This was not just about work, it was about trust. Their bond kept growing stronger, even if neither of them admitted it out loud. The season kept testing him. Claire Ivy, a master thief set up with a big heist plan. Tim was in charge of this case, and with his smart and sharp skills, he literally nailed it. From catching burglars on Halloween to facing drug dealers with Nolan's half-brother, he proved again and again that he was the right man for the job. Every case pushed him to show calm, focus, and quick action. But while his work life was shining, his personal life got complicated. He started dating Ashley, but every fan could see the real chemistry was with Lucy, and eventually the relationship with Ashley didn't last.
Ashley and I broke up. Well, I guess technically she broke up with me.
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
By the end of the season, Tim wasn't just a cop anymore. He was a leader, a fighter, and a man slowly figuring out where his heart really belonged. Season 5 was a huge chapter in Tim's life, both as a cop and as a man. Right away, he was thrown into a case that exposed a group of corrupt deputies. They had been stealing money while pretending to work undercover. The deputy left recordings that exposed them. Tim faces the crew heads on, while Lopez brings Wesley and warrants follow. It shows how far he has come from looking the other way. His personal life got a tough session too. Then his old injury comes up and he goes in for surgery. On the other side, Ashley decided to walk away. She admitted she can't bear the fear of losing him. The breakup hurts, but it forces Tim to face how heavy this job is. Then came the moment fans had been waiting for. After years of partnership,
So we should just keep going the way we have been, right? It's not worth the risk.
Yes, it is.
Tim and Lucy finally admitted their feelings and started dating. This relationship brought out his softer side. He even coached his nephew's baseball team, making a real effort to be better than the father he grew up with. Isabel returns and stirs old pain, but he stands his ground. But Tim is with Lucy now. By the end of the season, Tim had faced corruption, heartbreak, and love. Season 6 takes Tim to one of the hardest points in his journey. At first, things with Lucy are shaky. In The Hammer, they try to keep it together, even showing up at Nolan and Bailey's wedding side by side. They promise to fight for their relationship, but the cracks are already there and they break up.
I'm sorry, I have no idea.
No more excuses, Tim. You have to tell me what's going on with you right now.
His past comes back in the vow and secrets and lies. Old scars from his army days start to open up again, and the guilt on his shoulders gets heavier. When an investigation digs into his military record, Tim lies to Percy West to protect himself. The case is over, but the lie keeps burning inside him and he just can't shake it off. By the end of the episode, he breaks up with Lucy, leaving both of them heartbroken. The fallout continues in Crushed.
Wait. Are you breaking up with me?
I'm sorry.
Tim gets demoted from Metro Liaison back to Patrol. Gray pushes him to ride with Dr. Blair London, a therapist. At first, Tim keeps his guard up, but by the end of the shift, he admits he needs help. He even goes to her office on his own, calling it an emergency. This season shows Tim at his lowest, but also at a turning point. The breakup hurts, the trauma still lingers, but seeking help shows he is ready to face it. Season 7 takes Tim into another new chapter as he steps back into Patrol and begins training a rookie, Miles Penn. At first, Penn's overconfident attitude gets under Tim's skin.
Let's go. She knows what 911 is.
Well, you told me to be friendly.
Yeah, that kind of friendly will get you a suit. Next time, just focus on professional.
But with time, Tim sees the battles he's fighting and guides him with a mix of discipline and empathy. It shows how far Tim has come as both a leader and mentor. But what fans really keep watching for is his relationship with Lucy. Even after their painful breakup in season 6, it's clear the spark between them hasn't gone anywhere. From joking bets about who can train the better rookie to Lucy's wild April Fool's prank that ends with the two of them hooking up.
Okay, wow. I've clearly been doing April Fool's wrong my whole life.
Their connection keeps getting stronger. They are back into their old rhythm, working side by side, and still having each other's backs when things get dangerous. By the end of the season, after everything they go through, from stopping chaos caused by Livy to facing off against the deadly hitman Malvado, it's obvious their story isn't over. Tim and Lucy may not officially be back together yet, but the feelings are still there. Season 7 leaves their relationship unresolved. Now, fans only have a hope that Chenford could find its way back. Let us know in the comments which character's story you want us to cover next, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.